Hello there, welcome to Parenting Hacks with Dr. Yanina. As always, I am super excited that you are here with me today, but I am more excited because I have here with me Pat Fenner. Hey Pat, how are you?
Good, Yanina, how are you doing?
I am doing super well, especially because you're here with me.
Oh, you're so sweet.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be introducing Pat, so you know why Pat is so important, and I'm so happy that she's with me during this week's episode and next week's episode, because Pat is an expert in homeschooling. She has homeschooled her 5 children, so you have about 25 years of experience homeschooling, right?
Yeah, about 23, but yeah, that's close. It's a lot.
It is a lot. And you consider yourself a retired homeschool mom.
I am.
And what I love about you is because you're not only a homeschool mom, and you know a lot about homeschooling, that's for sure, but you support moms who homeschool kids in high school. Through your blog, which is BreakthroughHomeschooling. Mm-hmm. And you also have moms find meaning and purpose in the post-homeschooling stage.
Right.
And you do that in your signature course, which is the Empty Homeschool Nest Blueprint, which I love that title. So,
thank you.
And the reason why I'm very excited is because we all know that a lot of people, many moms out there, they are homebound due to the coronavirus outbreak, right? Mm-hmm. So many of our children, including myself, I have my 2 high school children who are homebound they're learning through iLearning. So they're not going to school anymore. Many schools have canceled and until further notice. Like, my kids are not going back to school at all this year. And I know some schools are going to go back in May, but that's a question mark. But what happens is that they're learning here at home through that e-learning, and many moms are not used to having their kids home, and they're not used to try to help them while they're learning through this iLearning system. So what I'm seeing a lot is moms that they don't know what to do. Their kids are struggling and they don't know how to help them because they're not teachers. They have never homeschooled. They never thought, it never came across their mind that now they are homeschooling their children and they don't know what to do.
Right.
I mean, and after listening to moms sharing that with me, I thought of you because it's your area of expertise. And I know that you're going to be sharing with us 4 tips, right?
Mm-hmm. That's
and
right.
We're going to divide this into 2 parts. So today, in this episode, is part 1, and then next week we're going to be sharing part 2, and we're going to be sharing 2 tips on each episode. So Pat, I talk enough. Now take it away.
Okay, Yanina, I'm thrilled to be here, and feel free to just, tell me, okay, time out, that's enough, because I could go on, but I'll watch myself too. I want to share with everybody first, if you find yourself home with your kids when you didn't sign up for homeschooling, first of all, before I give the 2 tips, I want to encourage you to take a mindset that learning is more than just academics. Right. So don't freak out if you don't know how to explain your math, their math to or if you don't know how to explain a science concept or whatever. Because now, first of all, there's a wide range of people that I've been talking to of materials that school districts are sending home with their kids, including, everything from nothing, you're just calling the year a wash, to, full lesson plans and everything in between. Mm-hmm. So I would just want to encourage, your visitors to realize that learning doesn't only have to be academic. So just kind of hold that thought. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to know everything to teach things. Okay. I've certainly, I homeschool, we graduated 4 of our 5 kids from homeschool high school. I certainly do not get chemistry. I'm sorry, I just don't. And I can go up to about algebra 2 in math, and that's it. But you find resources. Mm-hmm. But what you are doing is educating at home and not homeschooling. And I'm not trying to be, putting them down or anything like that, but homeschooling is a specific legal
curriculum
term. There are laws regarding homeschooling. So what you're doing are taking materials that the public school has sent home and trying to do your best with them. So first of all, I give yourself, and I'm giving you a lot of grace. You don't have to know it all take a deep breath, and we will all get through this together. Okay, so that's just the foundation. So I just have 2 quickies today.
Yeah, and I like that you're saying that, because now moms are very stressed out about it, because they're like, okay, I'm not a teacher. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can even do this, because like you said, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. So, you know, you have say that you have trouble with math, and then your child is struggling with math. And, you know, that creates a lot of anxiety as a mom, that transfer that anxiety to the child, you know.
Which doesn't help them learn then either. You know, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, okay, so it's not I believe as a parent, it is your responsibility to educate your children. But as a parent who has chosen a more traditional form of education, whether it's public or private or Christian school, you've engaged with the school to do that. Mm-hmm. So while it is your responsibility to have them educated, I don't want you to feel like stressed out because you don't know chemistry and they need to learn chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, okay. So these tips that I'll be sharing today and in the next episode really won't help you with how to teach advanced math, you know, or how to teach a foreign language. They're more to give peace to your environment so that your family, your kids, and you can get through this and intact. And seriously, you know, that's not. Yeah, I'm not joking. It's going to get intact. So the first tip I want to give you, and I know this is going to sound really basic and you may laugh or whatever, but everybody should get dressed in the morning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I know that's like, well, duh. But I know also there's a lot of people not getting dressed in the morning. And the image also of homeschooling that many people have had over the years is, oh, you get to do, you know, your lessons around the kitchen table in your jammies. Mm-hmm. No, we got dressed every day, because that puts a whole new approach and mindset in your day. You tend to take your day more seriously.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like now, my daughter this week, I gave her a pass on wearing pajamas as long as she wants, because this would be their spring break. This was their spring break week. But next week they would have gone back to school if the schools were open, but they're one of those schools that we don't know when it's going to open again. Mm-hmm. So I'd say, first of all, just that's like the minimum. Tell everybody needs to get up and get dressed in the morning.
And I agree with that, because it sets a tone for the day. You know, like, for example, I work from home, and I always, every morning I have my routine, and I do my workout, my exercise, my meditation, my prayers, and I take a shower and I get ready for the day. And it really sets a tone that you mean business. Whereas if you keep your pajamas on, it's kind of like a chill out, relax, don't take it serious kind of day. And it's all in here. But only something as simple as the outfit that you're wearing will definitely set the tone for the day. I agree with you, and I'm so glad you brought that up. It sounds simple, but it has a lot of weight on it. Yeah,
it is. It's amazing the difference it makes. And if you're having, you know, struggles and stress with getting the kids to just sit down and get their work done, this is assuming they have work sent home from school, that might be, you know, one little tweak that you can make that can help. Yeah. And then the second thing, and Yanina, I'm glad you kind of started to refer to it because it was a perfect segue, is to establish routines. Mm-hmm. Now, I went through a period of time when my kids were younger that I was big on schedules. And there's a huge difference between a schedule and a routine. And it's basically refers to flexibility. Now, your kids are living or operating under schedules when they're in school. Okay, mm-hmm. the bell will ring at 9:15. They have 6 minutes to get to class. Yeah. You know, it's clockwork. But there's a whole system that allows that or enables that to happen, and life doesn't really ever change that. When you are learning at home, when you're working at home or trying to teach at home, the environment that you're in is life. Mm-hmm. And we all know what happens, somebody gets hurt or you get a phone call or there's an emergency or, a ton of things can happen and that will mess up a schedule. So I would say, do not have a schedule, but definitely do routines. Yanina was talking about, her routine. She gets up in the morning, you get dressed, get showered, get breakfast, whatever you do, pray, exercise. And it's just, it's a thing that your body becomes accustomed to, like, what's coming next. Mm-hmm. Some days one thing may take a little longer but you still know that once you're finished X, then you have Y and Z.
Right.
And we as human beings really need that. We need the structure, not rigidity, and please no guilt. There's flexibility within that. But when I was younger, we used to wing it when the kids were little a lot. My husband came home one day and he said, "What are you guys doing? Every time I come home for lunch, there's something else going on." And I was so proud, and I said, "Well, we're flexible." And he pointed out, he said, "No, you're not. You said to be flexible, you have to have some kind of routine to be flexible from." He said, "You're just
on the flow."
Right. So I would encourage you to come up with some kind of routine. And, with the kids at home, you might say, we work in the mornings while mom works. If you have older kids, you can do your office hours or work time while the kids are doing their work as well. If you're with younger ones, you might have to alternate it. There's creative approaches to handle it. But definitely try to talk it out. And you might want to do this in a family meeting or something. What do we have to get done today, or what do we have to get done this week? How can we work this out in a routine that will allow us to be productive?
I love it, because those are the two basic things that moms can do to start setting up the tone that we're not in a vacation mode, we're not in break mode, we are in homebound mode in which, you start the right way, you do first, you change those PJs, you get ready, and then you have a schedule, you have a routine, and you can be flexible within those routines. And that's those two tips alone will really make a huge difference in the day.
The one thing I just want to throw in real quick about the routines thing is make sure part of your routine is having fun. Don't use that, and if you need to do that, have the routine that you'll have a little bit of fun after you get your work done. That's kind of motivating too. But, make sure you have fun, and include in your routine, since everybody is home, chores.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone lives home, everybody needs to take care of the house. There's nothing, it's not a punishment. It's hey, you live here.
It's a responsibility. That's how I feel. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing these two tips. I really appreciate it. And if you want to be connected with Pat, you are on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're on YouTube, and you have a podcast, which is the Empty Homeschool Nest. And I'm going to add all those links under on the notes area so people can connect with you. And of course, as always, if you are watching the show through, whether you're watching on YouTube or if you are listening to my podcast, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out any episodes. And if you're watching on IGTV, as always, I encourage you or invite you to follow me so you don't miss out on any future episodes either. So like I said, this is part one of a two-part series. So if you want to check out the next two tips that Pat is going to be sharing with us, don't miss next week's episode where we're going to be back with those two more tips. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pat, for being here.
Oh, thank you, Yanina, for asking. It's been great being here.
Oh, I'm so excited that you are here with me. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with my viewers. And thank you for watching. And I will see you in my next episode. Until then, have a wonderful week.
All right. Take care.